Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Titansgrave, Chapter 2. When last we left off, the party had finished up their last bit of affairs in Wheelcaster, finding a home for Aggie and Fangsy, as well as, of course, informing the townsfolk that, at least for the time, their issues had passed, and that the calcification of the townspeople would not continue. And after that, they were very quickly on their way to Nestora to deliver sticks to the unknown benefactors who were interested in his golem technology. Having completed their journey safely and getting him there, they were able to watch a demonstration before finally parting ways with him, and then returning to the Divide's watch to receive their payment for their job. While there, they had encountered a new face. Horus, a halfling fighter, was there pursuing work as well, and hearing about the job that they had soon accepted, which was to investigate tells of there being arms deals and possible chaos magic trade occurring in the nearby slums. He decided to tag along with the rest of the party, and they made their way in. And after a very nearly botched deal, they were able to discover that some of the street merchants, the little backstreet arms dealers, had access to some very interesting toys courtesy of some of the local arms manufacturers who were seeking to circumvent Nestora's recent bans on concealable weapons. And it was during a conversation with one such street urchin that Samson was able to get the information that they had access to some apparently very interesting grenades. But unable to investigate further on that point until the next day, the party then went off to go and meet with a group of contacts that they were told were ready to meet them at a nearby bar. And it was at that bar that the party ultimately found that things were rather awry, and very soon all hell sort of proverbially broke loose, and now the party finds themselves in the midst of a rather tense bar fight here in Nestora.
Indeed. And a quick note, we have modified armor values as well as SMGs being able to fire a metric ton of bullets. Those things have been changed for anyone who's paying attention to the rules. Ever-evolving system. It's a little less ridiculous now, but we'll see how it goes.
Indeed. Hopefully
Now,
Jake will not break his computer in frustration when he ever tries to hurt us.
it would be nice to actually start to nick you guys a little bit occasionally. So we'll see how these guys fare against you now that they're probably all going to die to one shot apiece. But we'll see. Now, when we last left off with Horus because we did not think that Connor would be joining us again this week. But as it turns out, with weather and the like, he is. So he's here, but he gets to go last based off of where we paused in the turn order. So Darvin is up to attack things.
I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna cast. Oh, what is that spell?
I've never heard of that spell.
Ice. Yeah, Ice Gust.
Jacob's like, yeah, shut up, I'm busy.
Hardy har. Which is a 30-foot line, so I can get all three of those guys.
Okay.
They have to make dexterity saving throws.
To halve the damage.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, so what you're telling me is they need to make a roll they need to fail a roll. They're gonna go fail a roll now.
I mean, yeah, I hope they fail, but even if they succeed,
All right,
I'll
let me
be
make sure
rolling
I didn't do it wrong here. I'm rolling what kind of save again?
dexterity save.
Neat. Ten, 16, and 9.
Believe the 16 passes. Yeah, okay. The 16 passes, the other two fail. So let me roll the damage. Cool. So the one who rolled 16 takes 2 damage and is not slowed. The other 2 take 4 damage and are slowed.
All right,
according to
we're
them.
gonna for slowed because all of these icons are stupid. Oh wait, no, there's a foot. There, they're slowed. Boot to the head. -4.
Brett, for saving throws.
Yeah.
Who does the ties go to? The person rolling or the person they're rolling against?
The D, it's a you have to like meet or exceed it. So if they
Okay.
are the number, the DC, then they succeed.
So yeah, so a roller wins ties on saving throws. Okay.
It seems to be whoever's rolling the dice get if they tie they win, sort of, if that makes sense. Because like when you're attacking something, if you tie their defense, you still get through.
Yeah, because they're DCs, they're conditions. Your goal is to meet or exceed them.
All right, damage has been dealt. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No. I think I'll just stay there. Don't want to provoke an opportunity attack from that guy. So that's the end of my turn.
All right, Silverton is now up.
Okay. I think I'm going to use my Warhammer on these guys, because as I was looking over my character sheet, I realized I have a feature that I have been completely forgetting about, which is if I stunt on heavy weapons, I get to add the stunt die to the damage, because that's my
Ooh.
special. So hopefully I'll
That's-
stunt so that I can make use of that.
That's pretty
So
cool. I
we'll-
like that.
Yeah, so we'll just start at the top of this line and work our way down with my 2 attacks.
Just knocks the first
Okay.
guy out. Next.
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh!
6 fucking stun points out the gate.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
well that
yeah.
obviously hits. I'm trying to find my notes on what these
Yeah,
guys'
boy.
defense is supposed to be, but you hit.
Nice.
Oh, there it is. I found
You
it.
gonna smite him?
I'm gonna use, I don't know. I honestly feel like smite might not be necessary.
Dual strike, maybe?
So what I'm gonna do is follow up, so that I can immediately take an extra attack against any target within range, so that if he doesn't die, I'll hit him again. Otherwise, I'll use that extra attack on the next guy. So
choice.
let's roll damage real quick. And then an extra +6 from the stunt. So that is 16 bludgeoning damage against that first one.
Huh. Well, there is damage applied.
Ah, shit. What a cheater. That dude cheats.
I assure you he did not, but I was pretty sure he was going to be dead there, so I'm impressed he's still on his feet.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to finish him off, so we'll use the follow-up on that guy. So the second attack roll on that guy is 16. No stunt damage, unfortunately, so the second blow will do 6 bludgeoning to him.
I missed. Were you doing the same guy, or are you going to
Same
the
guy,
other one?
yeah.
Same guy. Okay. He is now the dead.
There you
He's
go.
dead.
Ah, that's more like it. And then I'll just take a quick step down and go on to the next. With my official second attack. And there's a 17. No
That definitely
stun,
hits.
But that's a pretty decent 10 damage.
And there we go.
Alrighty. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss any other things I can take advantage of. Nope. Looks like I'm good. And I'll just stay where I am for now.
Okay. Now, I know that somebody made, I think it was Connor, I believe, took a shot and stunned this guy here. Or somebody did something that involved this guy being
I think he did a
stunned.
center mass shot and he's stunned. Yeah.
I thought I killed him though.
Yeah, he doesn't have a health bar over him.
This guy's way
I
dead,
thought-
like horrifically dead.
Yeah. I was supposed to stun him, but the shot that I used to stun him killed him, I thought.
Hmm.
I think I've killed almost every guy I've shot at since the beginning of the... Yeah, since the new character was made.
Indeed. I was just trying to remember what that was for, or maybe I just made it because he was freaked out because his buddy. That's what it was. He's running because I think Brett just murdered, or Connor, one of the two you murdered. That guy.
At this point, I don't know if it was Brett or me. We've both kind of been killing guys on this side of the room.
Yeah. All right, no worries. I was just trying to remember. In any case, it is Charlie's turn.
Right. Charlie's gonna make another thwack at the guy right in front of her.
All right.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Whack him good.
Whack 'em good.
Smack.
I have to
Whack 'em,
remember
smack 'em.
all the calculations.
Gonna whip it.
Oof. 14
That hits.
to hit. And that'll be 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh yeah.
You jumped up on the table, beat the hell out of him. The other guy jumped up on the table, and you basically whipped him back off the table.
Hello there. I think that yeah, the one on my left is fine. I'll get the one in front of me. I'm gonna go for my second attack on this guy. That'd be 13 to hit.
That's the guy immediately to your, or
Right
immediately
in front of me.
you. Yep, that hits.
Cool.
Sorry, I was looking up the rules on stunned. I was trying to remember if stunned is can't move at all.
That'd be 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
You want to use those 3 stunt points you got in that?
Oh, I didn't even realize I had stun points. I wasn't
Yeah.
looking.
Ooh. You could like dual strike maybe.
Oh, yes. Hits multiple targets. Do I have to roll if I were to hit the guy to the right
No,
here as
it would
well?
auto hit him for 12 damage.
Yeah, I'll do that for the guy at the bottom, like my bottom kitty corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at the screen this time. Gotcha.
So he will also take the 12 points. Fantastic.
Hell yeah. Paladins.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Oh, let's see. So, wait, 12 damage, really?
No, because it's the same attack and damage that I give the guy.
Oh, that's right. He's also dead.
Bitch.
Lovely. Your turn, scum. Okay, let's be scum. Jeez. This guy is not in a good way right now. Oh boy. Let's see who else we got still alive here. As I scroll off the page. I found it's better to make this map bigger than smaller, but then that means you can drag really far off. Let's start with this guy. He wants nothing to do with what's going on at all now and is hauling ass. I'll have this guy step up and take a shot at Silverton with whatever the hell kind of pistol he's got. Let me double check that. But I can get the attack started, so let's see if he even hits you. Ah, he rolled a 15. How does that sound?
Certainly hit. My defense is 10.
Excellent. Now, let me double check the damage type here. All right. Well, he's using ballistic, so this will be interesting. It doesn't matter. He rolled a 3.
Alrighty.
How
Even had he
embarrassing.
rolled better, ballistic is the damage type I chose, so I effectively have 7 armor against ballistic.
Yeah, and like this guy, he has a decent pistol because I wanted to test out your armor, but he rolled like shit, so it doesn't matter.
Huzzah! I'm
Right.
better than you! Or that guy, anyway.
All right, next up, we're gonna do chipped katana guy. Boy, he didn't like what Darwin did. I guess he will target Darwin. He rolled a 13.
I believe that hits. Yes, it does.
All right, now for damage here, I got this to roll. Perfect. 5 damage.
And that's ballistic damage?
Slashing. It is
Oh, slashing.
slashing.
Okay,
for
okay.
Katana.
Got it.
It is chipped, but it's still sort of sharp. The katana so chipped it's just ballistic. That would be funny. Do you have armor too, Jacob? What is this?
I do, yes.
Did you take any damage?
No, I did. I just didn't put
Oh,
it in
okay.
yet. But I
There
only
we go.
took 1 damage.
Ah, okay. All right. Perfect. Now, these guys are still the scum they started as. What do you expect, right? All right, this guy's going to step out so I can read everybody's damn name tags. And he's also going to shoot at Silverton, who's right there in the fray, in the thick... No, he's not. No, that's a lie. He's not. He's going to shoot at Charlie because he sees an opening. So Charlie's going to get shot at here. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah, it does.
All right. It is ballistic damage, which means you're probably going to be fine. But let's see.
No, I
7
did not go for ballistic. I went for
Oh, okay.
bludgeoning. I didn't go with the highest armor for the ballistic stuff. It was just the highest armor.
Indeed.
I went for bludgeoning.
Sounds good. So, that is 7 damage sent your way, minus your armor.
Awesome. Fun.
Alright, give me 2 seconds here. Alright. So we got 2 guys left. This guy's got... It says sharp metal, but it's not a sword. This is going to be bludgeoning damage. If he can hit you. So he's going to attack Silverton. Let's see what we got. 13.
13 hits me.
All right. And he's got 5 damage headed your way.
That is my armor, so I absorb it.
Oh, lovely. Alright, now the last guy is this guy here, and he actually has an energy pistol. And he rolls a 9.
Against me, I assume?
Yep.
That'll miss. Defensive 10.
Alright, the scum are done. It's Samson's turn.
All right, Samson's going to pop up, and he is going to take a pot shot at this dude with his rifle.
Alright.
Oh, look, I stunted. 17 to hit on that one.
That definitely hits.
Let's see here. guns here. In the event, well, let's roll damage. Oh, and he's next, or yeah, he's adjacent to Silverton. Might get sneak attack on it too.
Ooh,
He's
yes.
engaged with him because he was shooting at Silverton last. That's 21 points of energy damage on that dude right there.
Yikes. He's dead.
Alrighty. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make that a silent takedown. So no one notices that that dude just got taken out, just that his head exploded. And then Samson is going to use his bonus action to hide again. Behind the counter.
Oh, all right then.
And that will end Samson's turn.
All right, sounds good. Horace, you're up.
Okay. Kind of want to hit the guy in front of me, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to shoot at this dude. First attack. Does 20 hit?
It hits anything in this room. However, I was totally taking a moment to eat my dinner that was just finished. Which one are you attacking? Right in front of you?
No. This
No.
one here.
Okay, perfect. 20 definitely hits. I am ready for you to roll damage. I'm
just checking which gun I'm using to know which type of damage and how much damage I need to deal. I'm using the SPR 5.
Don't worry about type. These guys suck.
Well, I also... But my two guns have fractionally different damage.
Just go ahead and roll it.
5 points of damage.
All right, damage dealt.
I will then attack him again. Sorry, I'm just taking notes of how many rounds I still have left in my gun to know when I actually need to roll, or when I actually need to reload. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 just barely hits that guy.
And I have 1 stun point. Let's see. Can I actually use any stunts here? That's the question now. Rolling dice, hacking, magic, time. Oh, where's the stun sheet? Oh, I know I have it. Screw it, I'm just not going to use my stun point. 13 points of damage.
On the same guy?
Yes.
Okay, now he's dead.
Yeah. And that brings my turn to an end.
All right, Darvin, you're up.
Oops. That's...
Distance.
I'm gonna fire blast the guy right in front of me.
Do it.
So 15 with 4 stunt points.
Consider him blasted.
That's not the damage.
Oh yeah, no, I just mean you hit him.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'll use 2 of those stun points to do thematic contamination. And I'll give it extra fire. It'll get a +3 fire damage. And let me just see the other. And I'll do defensive stance for the other 2 stun points.
All right.
guy gets some fire blast as extra fire.
So he takes 7 fire damage.
All right, 7 altogether.
Yeah,
There he is.
I just added it in. Okay, cool.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's it.
Nah, just spit in his face, you know. All right, Silverton's up.
Let's see. I'm gonna move down just a little bit, and then I will resume smashing faces. We'll start with the guy just above me.
Not bad.
I get a 19 to hit, bunch of stunt points.
That is most definitely a hit.
5 of them. Let me check on my powered one.
Kick his ass, Silverton.
Yeah, just for the fun of it, I will use the 4 stunt point Stirring Encouragement. So I can immediately heal an entity within 60 feet for 2d6, and they also get a +2 defense until the end of my next turn. So I'll just yell over at Darvin something to the effect of, "We got this, these are fucking pansies, don't worry about it." So Darvin, you heal 4 hit points, continually the amount you needed.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. And then +2 defense till the end of my next turn. Alright, and then I'll roll damage against this dude. And I get an extra 5 damage from the stunt. Ooh, that's a lot.
Nice.
He
Even in
is
this dude's
extremely dead.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I will make my second attack against this fool below me. It'll be a 15 to hit.
Which hits.
Awesome. No stunts, so it'll be 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, there we go.
Cool.
Now,
And then I'll just position myself down that side of him.
okay.
And I'll be done.
All right, Charlie, you're up.
So just a refresher, are we only able to move 1 diagonal space per movement?
no. You can move an unlimited number of diagonal spaces.
Okay.
Yep.
Within your movement speed, of course.
20, 25.
The
I'll go
game's
whack-
played. The game's played completely normal, except that you can also do a bishop move, which is as much diagonal as you want.
Could not remember, sorry. Alright.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna
There's
whack-
level 7 doesn't let you.
That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Cool.
This poor dude. He just wants to run away. And he gets his skull caved in.
No survivors.
It's just a bar brawl, jeez. Well, actually, no, it's probably not. You were totally set up there and ambushed.
That's 7 damage. And I'm gonna smack him one more time.
Alright.
Because he deserves it for running like a little bitch. That's
Well, that hits again.
That's 13 bludgeoning damage. He should not feel very good. Hopefully. Haha.
He's dead.
Hell yeah.
No mercy.
I'm gonna use just the rest of my movement to block the door. I'm done.
Alright. I'm looking over the field here. These two guys are screwed. Hmm. Well, this guy turns to draw his pistol at Silverton, but his hands are shaking. He's having trouble holding his weapon steady, and he's kind of like nervously looking around at the rest of the room. Chipped Katana guy's just dropped his katana at this point. Like, not set it, he just flat out just dropped it and both his hands are raised. It being their turn, even that being said, if you guys have anything you want to say, you're welcome to commentate at them because they do not seem very confident right now.
If I may interrupt, it might be worth, maybe interrogating these little shitheads, seeing if they know anything. Just a thought.
I suppose that works. Can I look over the person in front of me? Kind of gauge their build, healthiness, intellect level, general kind of vibe.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check on that, actually.
Okay.
Or would that be insight? I'm trying to think of.
Insight is perception based.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that works.
Okay. Check. Yeah. Oh, happy with that.
Nice. So he is. None of these guys look particularly bright necessarily. They look kind of grungy and like this might be part of what they do. They might be part of a gang or something. You're noticing some similar tattoos among some of them, including this guy. He still has his gun leveled at you, and he doesn't look like he's about to throw it down and surrender, but at the same time, I don't think you can tell that he doesn't think his chances are very good. And he's not entirely sure what to do. It looks like he could use some words of discouragement. He might know something, but he's probably not going to know much.
Okay. I think I'll say, listen, son, you can end up like them, gesturing to the row of corpses behind him. Or you can drop that there.
What assurances do I have that you won't do the same to me anyways?
None whatsoever.
Well, guess it's time to make a roll. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna have you make a persuasion roll. This is gonna be a contested roll.
While he's doing that, Samson would like to lean up against like the counter and basically just level his rifle right at the guy that Silverton is talking to.
Okay.
Like ready to take a shot if things go.
Not super persuasive.
Indeed. So we're kind of sort of out of turn order at this point, just a little bit. Because one guy surrendered and you're kind of yelling and talking to the other guy. He just sort of looks around and he's like, "Oh, frill this." And he sort of quits shaking and definitely levels it like he's going to shoot at you.
Samson's gonna shoot at him.
Yeah, do it. This guy really should not have had resolve to do this,
13.
but that does hit.
All right.
Ooh, nice. And just in case this doesn't kill him, I would pick up the warhammer, place it like in front of his gun, but turn it so that it'll like deflect
16.
the bullets to the wall beside me. But I think
Ooh.
that'll kill him.
That is a very good move. I like it. However, he is extremely dead.
I'll just have to use it again some other time.
Dumb motherfucker. Should have listened when we warned him. Hey, you over there. At least you're reasonable, right? Don't get any
Yeah, so the other-
ideas.
So the other guy's like held up his hands and turned around to face away from Horace, and the other guy is a sign of like, I'm not gonna do anything, and basically sees Silverton level his hammer at the other guy, and then the guy's head just explodes, and this guy's just like pale faced, like, what just happened? So he's horrified.
Nice.
I think you guys got that guy taken care of. I want to take a look around. And Samson would like to do something that he hasn't done yet this campaign. I'm gonna take out my data pad and I'm gonna start scanning for signals, nearby signals. Like listening devices, other things, trying to pick up on any communications going through.
Indeed. Let me see here real quick. Look around the room. Everybody's dead, but yeah. All right. Okay, so yeah, you're up next, so that's perfect. So you're, let's see, you're taking a look for that sort of a thing that's related to whatever the computer stat is. I need a
Yeah,
blank character
It's
sheet.
technology.
Technology, yes. Please give me a roll. Let's see what you find.
Hey, 16.
Not bad. So you have an active communication link coming from the room behind you. And actually, as you access it, as you notice the connection, the connection ceases. So some sort of comm, like radio or some sort of communication, and it ceases shortly after you notice it. And then you hear clattering in the back room, like somebody, like the bartender, like running out a back door or something. Like it sounds like someone's left.
Ah, fuck. All right, and then Samson's going to try and get into the back room first, and then start running after if he can find a possible exit route.
All right. So you're going to immediately run out and attempt to do that. Let's see. I'm gonna drop you like right there. All right. How about everyone else is in this room? You have a.
I think I would probably join Darvin and our new friend over by our new friend.
All right.
I'll go join the rest of them.
Have a
All right.
chat with this motherfucker.
I'll chill at the door and just make sure nobody comes in or out, because it'd suck if people
Ooh,
walked in with all
smart.
these dead bodies.
Indeed.
Very smart.
So the door is like automated. Well, it's not automated. That's not what I meant to say at all.
Is it like a grocery store door that keeps opening even though she's just standing there?
That was like my initial picture, but it's actually, now that I actually think about it, it's not. It is a heavy. There's two heavy metal door panels, so it's double wide door, and it just swings, or more accurately, creaks open and closed when you push it open and closed. This is the Illustrious Noose is kind of a shitty bar.
Wow, don't even have power doors. Jeez.
Chipped Katana's guy, and his name is now Chip.
Chip Katana.
Yep. All right. So. Yeah, 2 Ps. That works. So at this point, he's just like terrified and shaking. Just like, what? Can I tell you guys something to let me go?
Of course you can.
Oh, great. What do you want me to tell you?
First off, what the hell? Why did everybody just attack us? What was this?
Well, you want to get into some of the heavier, more serious gangs around here. You have to do jobs for them. So we were supposed to take out the operatives, or whoever that was supposed. You guys. We were supposed to take you guys out. You were supposed to meet with the holographic decoys.
So you knew we were coming.
Yeah, they told us when we should be here.
And who are they? How do you communicate with them?
Well, it's just somebody on the street. It was part of the gang's initiation.
Alright. So suppose that you succeeded. What were you gonna do next?
Well, either collect a bounty or join the ranks. And I was hoping to join the ranks, but and he swallows. And he's like, I would be grateful to just be able to leave. Look, your problem's not with me. Your problem's with the Vipers. You gotta talk to the Vipers.
And where might we find them?
I don't know. They frequent these parts like all the rest of the gangs in the sectors. They all have their own little area of the city, but Electric Tapestry is where you find them all. It's where they all come together. Just usually places that are nicer than this.
I did think us coming to this shithole was a bit suspicious. Well, now I know why.
I mean, from what I hear, to be fair, the operatives that you were supposed to meet came in here originally too. That's just it's just hearsay, of course, but all the places. This is definitely not the one you should be in.
Noted.
Yeah, you know that guy over there. He owed me money, and those two, yeah, I owed them like twice as much. So thanks, I guess.
I'm gonna look at the rest of my group. Do we need anything else from him? I think that satisfies my questions.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to ask him, so.
Well, it's you three there, so other than Horace, that's it.
Yeah, I think they've asked all the questions there that need
Alright.
asking.
Cool. I'll turn back to Chip. Well, thanks again. And I'll crush his skull with my hammer.
Oh my god.
Because he tried to fucking kill us.
Oh, all right then. If anyone has any more outcries they want to make, please do so. But this is happening.
Yeah, I will prepare for the swing if anyone wants to interrupt that, but that is clearly Silverton's intention.
I'm not gonna have that in the room.
Well, go ahead and take a roll for damage. We'll see if anybody reacts while you're doing that.
Okay, do you want me to make the attack roll or just damage?
No, just the damage.
Alright.
He's right there. He's fully surrendered. He's got nothing
That's
going
a
on.
lot of damage.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
In case you're wondering, he only had 3 HP left.
I'm too stupid to even notice that was going on there.
All right.
Well, that was
You have
thoroughly
crushed.
unhelpful.
Yeah.
We know what we already knew, which is we need to find the Vipers somehow. And we still have no fucking clue how to do that. Oh well. I'm gonna just start like taking bodies and like moving them behind the bar so they're at least out of sight if you immediately walk into the place.
Hmm.
And at the same time, I'm just gonna look to see if any of them have like any notes, mementos, valuables, whatever.
I will help move the bodies.
And help yourself to any loot.
I'd be interested in checking behind the bar, but only once I know nobody's coming in anytime soon.
Okay, so you're like gonna crack the door open, take a peek outside, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Horus, or is he just gonna kind of be chilling right there?
I'm gonna go through the pockets of all these bodies and see if I can find anything of value.
All right. We're gonna switch to Samson real quick. So, Samson, you go through the back door, and there's like a little teeny tiny living space area, and it's got a bit of like storage on one side. It's basically a really thin sliver of a room. That's just, basically it's like a false wall, basically. Just a really narrow hallway that has been turned into a room in storage, and the far end of it has a door that leads out the back, so north on our given map here. And the door is wide open, and it is a maze of it's a big maze of back alley. You can't even call them streets. They're like little paths and tunnels through the thick, dense structure, and there's people like hanging, like sitting on makeshift balconies and scaffolds, or little porch-looking things on little teeny tiny buildings all cobbled together. Karavi is the slums, and its slumliness is like oozing out of the cracks of anywhere beyond the facade of the electric tapestry, the main road.
Can I attempt to track the individual who ran from this building?
Yeah, so if you want to continue out of the building and sort of head down to where one of the bigger junction is and take a look around, see if you can find him, go for it. Let's do I believe it's a survival check, so you're trying to track him.
Sure. $17.
Damn, I was hoping you wouldn't roll that high. All right. I don't have the reference picture I want yet, but that's fine. All right, cool. So Samson, you're headed away. You're the opposite direction of the front doors of the Illustrious Noose, of course, just for reference again. But you're headed down the alleyways, and before you even make it to the junction, you actually spot that the guy has veered off into a side street of a side street. And so you pick up that was the bartender from when you first got in. You recognize sort of the flash of his cloak, like trench jacket he's wearing. And you start after him, and he's not even looking back. He's just like panicked and headed out of town. And he stops short as there's a chain link fence in front of him, and he like just crashes into it full force and is like bashing against it and looking frantically around. He's like, "This wasn't here before. What the hell?" And you sort of hear that as you round the corner. You're maybe like 10 feet from him, and he hasn't turned around yet. But right as you round the corner, a figure lands directly behind him from somewhere above the little rooftops and things.
Mm-hmm.
This particular character, I mean, it looks like they jumped down and landed, and they're perfectly fine. They are covered in either looks like some mechanical components. They look to be human, or at least it's a very humanoid shape. It looks like someone with a lot of different augmentations and cybernetics. They grab a hold of the bartender and spin him around or turn him around to look right at him, and you hear like a really scratchy, like electronically generated, it almost sounds like voice, or maybe it's the voice changer, or they're wearing a mask, or it's really hard to tell. It's just very scratchy. You're having trouble making it out. I do want you to make a stealth check.
Okay.
Actually, ironically, I want to have you make 3 checks.
Wait, 3 of them in a row?
Yeah.
Could I turn invisible? Could I be invisible for these?
You could engage invisibility. Yes, that will work for that.
Okay, that will help a lot more, because I have now changed it so that way it does give a bonus to stealth rolls when you're invisible. So you want me to make 3 stealth checks?
No. What I'm gonna
Or just-
do is, so you're gonna turn invisible, yes?
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say
I
I probably do
have
this
a-
as I'm running after the guy, just so he doesn't know when I'm on top
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that, followed by a perception check to see if you can make out what's being said.
Hmm.
'Cause
Okay.
it's
Okay.
very peculiar.
First we'll start with the stealth.
Yeah.
25. The new rule is that stealth, that invisibility of any kind, magical or otherwise, adds a +9 to stealth rolls. So.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And that can be magical. That can be technological. Just invisibility gives you that edge.
Does invisibility cost like ammunition of some sort, or cells?
Depends
or
upon
things?
what way you come about it. Samson can only turn invisible twice per day, or twice per
Okay.
long rest at least. So
Okay.
he has a limited number of times he can do this. And then you wanted me to do a perception check.
Yes.
Any like skill focus or just straight?
You're trying to hear
Oh, okay.
what's being said. You're trying to decipher that.
That one's much less spectacular, of course. 12.
All right. Let me. The most of what the words that you're making out are. It's definitely a threatening tone. You're kind of getting the or else feeling from what's being said here. But it's like they're trying to get information out of them, and if you don't tell them, we'll have a problem. But you're not really picking up on what they're talking about. And then one more check I want you to make is a history check.
$17.
Dang. All right.
That's the same. That's the exact same roll as my first check earlier. It is a 4, a 6, and a 5 plus 2.
Indeed.
Weird. Anyway, continue.
So, this figure at least reminds you of. You've heard hearsay of the Gearhead. If you're out at night in the dangerous Kiravi slums and you run into trouble, you may find yourself getting rescued by a tall hooded figure and decked out from head to toe in gadgetry. The Gearhead is a term coined by locals that they call him or her, whoever they are, and they've been operating in Kiravi for about 5 years, protecting the innocent from the gangs and corrupt officials, as near as you've been able to hear. And this figure definitely reminds you of that aesthetic, but there's nobody here to rescue. They seem to be intimidating this bartender.
Can I move a little bit closer to try and hear them better?
Yes, you can. So you can basically step up to within 5 feet of where they are. It's kind of like nearest approach sort of a thing.
Yeah.
The bartender's busy like, no one, I don't, it's like, I don't know what you want from me. And you're able to pick out just a little bit more of what's said, which is something to the effect of, who's responsible? This is your last chance.
Was that this is your last chance and that they said, or is you the GM telling me this is my last chance to do something about it?
No, that's
Okay.
just what they're saying.
Okay. Is this a case of mistaken identity here? Oh my gosh.
So upon the statement's completion, you notice this like heavily augmented fist, or maybe it's armor plated. It's hard to tell. It's massive fist for the size of this figure. Hand holds out, balls into a fist, sort of winds back like it's gonna just sock this guy. This is your last chance to interact with this before it looks like
I am going to... Shit. I know what I'm going to do. Samson is going to... Against better judgment, but he needs information. He is going to shoot this gearhead figure, like, right in the back.
Okay. Please make an attack roll. Do you get a bonus to your attack if you're stealth, or is
Not
it just
to the
damage?
attack roll, just I'd get sneak attack from shooting from invisibility. Okay. Oh boy.
Are you sure?
The dice were with me there. Only 3 stunt points though, which is kind of annoying, but such is life. Do I have a rogue stunt that will help me here? Oh boy, that will be a stunning strike on the gearhead individual. They are stunned.
Stunning.
Let's see if that doesn't kill them first.
Jeez, okay, stunning strike? Oh dear.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see, is that in the general rules compendium?
Yep, it's in the rogue stunt effects. It's a 3-point stunt.
Oh boy.
And that is 20 points of energy damage. And Samson is no longer invisible.
Jesus! Holy crap. Alright. So you're just taking a shot in the back?
Yeah, maybe like ideally like someplace where I see exposed circuitry or whatever, maybe try and jolt them. Just because I want this bartender alive.
Alright. So your shot lands right where you intend, and the shot knocks the instead of punching the bartender, it's more almost like throws him to the ground, but it's because this figure, this mysterious cybernetic, whatever the heck it is, this mysterious figure, has like stumbled forward. So it's knocked him to the ground, but that's because they've almost fallen over as well. They managed to catch themselves on the side of the brick wall in the area that you're in, but they are not, they didn't collapse to the ground, but they haven't recovered enough to turn around yet either.
Samson's going to keep his rifle pointed sort of in the direction of both of them and say, "Alright, both of you morons, don't move. I'm going to put a blast straight through your skulls." And then Samson's going to jump on the radio real quick to the rest of the team. "Guys, there's some weird shit going down. Head up the back door, down the alleyway." And then I'll give the rest of the instructions.
Okay.
I could use some help right now.
We're gonna flash back to everybody else for a second. Charlie, you're taking a look through the door to make sure nothing else is going on.
Yes.
There are 2 vans that pull up outside. They're unmarked. They pulled up in a hurry and they stopped like right outside the building.
Oh. I'm just gonna yell back to our group of friends in the back of the bar. We've got some unmarked vehicles out here that weren't here previously. I'm a little nervous about it. Just thought you guys should know. Yup.
All has to happen at once, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, I mean, it's only because Samson rolled so well. He wasn't supposed to have figured out where they went anyways.
Oh, don't blame me for this. You can't make them
I
run
blame-
and not expect me to chase after them.
I mean, I blame the dice, but
Maybe we'll have to see how it unfolds.
so that's part of the street I've revealed down there. I don't have a van, but there's
Oh,
the
there's
street
a-
in general.
Oh, there's a street.
Yep.
Out in the street.
And there's basically, imagine that there's just tightly packed buildings and storefronts all the way along. It's just the only relevant, it's like in all those video games, the only relevant doors you can go in are the ones that actually lead you somewhere.
We need to get some
So,
vehicle
Tom.
tokens.
All
We need
right,
to find
so
some vehicle
I'm
tokens.
gonna look over at Darwin. Alright, do you want to go help Samson, or do you want to deal with the vehicle situation?
I'll go help Samson.
Alright. And
I guess I'll hang out with you guys. I will also reload both my guns.
nice, good call.
Ooh.
Perfect. We'll hold down the fort here. Just get back when you can. We may end up needing reinforcements.
Right.
And how tall are like the booths here?
They can be climbed over. They're like, with the siding, they're like half as tall as you are.
Okay, and the bar is about the same height, like roughly waist high.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just assessing cover options. I think for right now, I will probably just head to the door with Charlie to keep an eye out things.
All right. Anyone who's going with Samson, go to here-ish or like next to Samson or something.
Yeah, so I think it's just Darwin that's going to him, and then the other 3 of us are going to stay here.
Okay. Horace, do you want to move up at all or anything? Like, take your position in the room. I'll hide the dead bodies for the time being.
Yes, because we have moved the dead bodies. Haha.
True enough. Maybe I'll just drag them and stack them over here.
Be right back, just 1 second.
All right. I love the moments when you're like, hold on, we'll be back. Because it's like, oh, perfect, now I can do stuff.
This part will not be recorded. I mean, maybe it will be. In which case, hi, YouTube!
See, now I have a moment to maybe sort of reveal the alleyway thingy. If I can draw what I'm seeing in my head well enough. Alright, now there's a door thingy. Oh, I used grid snap. Shame on me. There. Alright, so as far as where you guys are headed, do a like this, I think. Now you just have to imagine that there's like boxes and things strewn around everywhere. It's very tight quarters sort of a thing. Now we're gonna
Oh,
put...
look, back alleys.
Let's see. I need to bump that out one more. It's ironic. I'm just using the shadows to draw with because it's easier. Yeah. It's the return of the black cloak token because it's just super convenient for everything. So staggered.
Eventually Jake is gonna reveal that they actually are all black cloaks, and we've been playing the same campaign the whole time. Ha!
Yep, you've been in simulators. Welcome back. Let's see. We can get... Do you think if I type civilian, it will just give me a character icon I can throw in there? Wow, there are a lot of female in scant clothing for typing the word civilian. I'm a little...
Makes sense.
It's weird that
It
we come up
does.
with civilian, but that is unfortunately a trope for fantasy stuff. I'm in the process of, for my D&D thing, making a pantheon of gods and saints, and I've been trying to have like images for all of the different saints that is representative of them, and it's really hard finding pictures for the female ones that isn't just them in scantily clad armor. It's so annoying.
Indeed. All right. So that's where there's where this is, Samson.
Oh man, that the woman.
Yeah, it's not a woman, it's the male bartender, but
With long
this
hair.
is... Yeah. That was the best image, which is telling you something.
I like the cowboy boots too. They're really nice.
Yeah.
She looks like she should be leaning on a toilet, like she's super drunk or something.
He's having a really hard night, okay? Just lay off him, guys. Don't mean. Don't bully him.
All right. Neat. So that's what's happened there. Let's see. Who's going? Just Darvin's going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
Alright, so
acted as
Darvin's
if
headed
that's a
out.
bad thing.
You guys saw the vans drove up and we're kind of getting situated there. Darvin, you're on the way. You're not there yet.
Yeah.
And the cloaked figure has stood back up and doesn't turn around, but instead goes like rears back and just flings like full force, like ridiculous force. It's kind of scary to see all of a sudden. Fist goes into the chain link fence, and the chain link fence actually it's like sparks along the edges of the walls on either side, and then it collapses. It doesn't collapse. It like goes... Okay, so it's punched, and you see this chain link fence is like sparking, like sliding down the alleyway, but it's also sliding at sort of an upwards angle, which gives you enough room to run forward, reach it, and duck underneath it and slide underneath, which is what it looks like that they're going to attempt to do now that they've punched it. They begin to do so right about the time Darvin rounds the corner to see what's going on. I'm out of drawing space about, but we're going to do... So, oh, there's a grid snap for this. There we go. So the fence is sort of there at the end of what you can see now.
Have anything clever, Jacob? Because I'm like set up just to kill people.
I
I
will
could-
check
I
real
could drill
quick.
this dude in the back of the head, but
Ooh.
not sure I want to kill the local superhero.
I might have one thing. Let me check the spell description of it. Because other than this,
Ooh, so there's a snail icon for when somebody's slowed.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna use the boots to mean they're hauling ass away.
so I have a spell called Arcane Barrier. I summon forth a barrier that is 15 feet wide and 5 feet deep. It doesn't specify whether like creatures can pass through the barrier. It just says that it can absorb damage. So I don't know if it
Like
would be
any
like a
type
wall.
of damage?
It absorbs. Yeah, it doesn't specify a damage type. It just is like 1d6 plus my spellcasting attribute. And once it takes damage greater or equal to that, it disappears. So it just
Yeah, it's like a
basically
wall with health. You
it's
know,
like a wall with health to protect for a temporary amount of time. But like, would that stop him from running away?
Since I kind of intended that because it can absorb damage, including like bludgeoning, that it is solid barrier.
That's
That can
kind
be
of what I was
broken.
imagining too. So, I
And
do have
so,
something.
I would say, yeah, it would stop him. He could break through it, but it would stop him for a time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of up to Jake for final judgment, though, because he is the game master here. But if
As
were to
much
run,
as
I'd
I
say
don't
yes.
like it, I agree with you.
I'll have to add that to the. I'll have to specifically, explicitly state that it's physically occupies its spaces, but later, I'll make a note.
There we go. We're out of page space. That's the very edge. Okay.
And we are just gonna be cornering like a rabid dog here. When this dude's out of space to run, he's just gonna resort to kicking our asses. Man, I'm afraid that we just took on fucking Batman.
5
Like
by
his-
15, right?
Yes, 5 by 15.
We're going to use my favorite color, also known as the default color that I can't change, and so it just gets used a lot.
Ah yes, good old 00255.
All right, so remind me again, you were describing what it does. Is it...
Here, do you want?
It has health?
Yeah. Okay. So, the barrier can absorb
Where is
damage
it?
equal to
Spells.
1d6 plus your spellcasting attribute. It will disappear after it takes damage greater than or equal to its capacity. So,
Oh, here,
I
what's it
could
called
cast-
again? I think I have it in here. I just...
it's Arcane Barrier.
There we go. Okay. Okay, so shall we establish a health value on it then?
So, its health is 11, as high as it can be for first level spell slot.
Nice. Ooh, I have this lovely sponsored by Roll20 thing that I can use as a character token.
Nice. Nice.
That was the first result when I searched civilian, by the way.
Guys, this cock blocking is brought to you by Roll20, your favorite online tabletop with all kinds of features, including janky ass dice rolls, weird token rescaling, and always checking, hey, can you guys see this health bar? Go to
So,
roll20.net today.
Oh yeah, you can't see the health bar. I need to put it at the bottom.
We are not sponsored by Roll20.
Yes, we are. According to that token, we are.
Roll20, where's my money?
So Jake, how is the whole initiative thing of this interaction working? Because we just kind of assumed that I run up and cast that.
This is called storytelling timing.
Okay, cool.
Plot convenience. Not really. It's not really plot convenience. If Brett hadn't stunned them, they'd be gone already. He's just really good at that stuff, and now you're also doing good effects. We're gonna take a break though. We're gonna come back to the other side where everyone's like, we should probably gear up for war. War!
What is it good for?
Nice.
Let's find out.
Let's
Killing
start a war. All right. I need you to give me guys I need you guys to give me just a moment, because before we started, I was debating on which of these I was going to introduce. Because I was going to introduce one and then a couple others, and I realized the numbers were not good because this one was too good by itself. So I'm like, I'm a little nervous. I'm just going to take 2 seconds and select what you guys are going to see here. Yes, this is what we'll do. Okay, I think this is what we'll do. All right, so out of the nearest vehicular, these two guys step out. They've got much nicer looking blades, katana and another like saber looking sword. No. And there are guys stepping out of, God, why is this character token awful? Two guys out of there. That's what you're immediately seeing. Now you guys kind of have a chance to be like, how do we play this? Because it definitely looks like they are beelining it for you guys. So the hammer guy needs to go over here. Okay. So let's see. Horace is in position, and Charlie and Silverton, do you guys want to move? Because they definitely look like they're headed for your door. Like any action plans here?
So do these look like City Watch? Or
Indeed. So what do they look like? They are. They're all bearing an insignia, as near as you can tell. You're not sure what it is yet from this distance, but the vehicles are unmarked. They've got some scuffs and dings in them. The people that are stepping out don't have a super uniform like look to them all. They're all a little different from one another, which is not usually indicative of like law enforcement in uniform.
okay. All right. I'll just say to the others inside here. Well, they certainly don't look like an authority. I suspect they might be a cleanup crew of sorts.
Cleanup crew.
Yeah, in the get it a lot messier kind of way.
Should we stand our ground or follow Samson?
I'm more inclined to stand our ground, but we'll see how things go in the opening volleys.
Sounds like a plan then.
Yeah.
And my thought is, let's just stand either side of the door here and wall up whoever comes in.
All right.
All right, so you guys feel like you're in position?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Excellent. All right. Let me check. We still have all of us on the turn order here, which is good. Let's see. Cool. I'm thinking about ye old roll for initiative here. just so we can get your guys' initiatives out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and reset your initiatives to 0.
At time again. Magical time. Hopefully I can roll better.
The good news is I'm ridiculously good at initiative. I want to say I
Same
help people
here.
near to me. Oh yeah, entities within 15 feet of me get a +3 bonus on initiative. 'Cause that's my
Which is
charisma.
Charlie and Taurus.
Yeah.
So
you'll
you
be
said a
even more
+3 to initiative?
Yes.
My gosh. Boy.
So what you're saying is I currently have a +10 to initiative.
Nice.
Wait, we both get +3?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Silverton is so alert that he naturally alerts people who are close to him when it comes time to fight. Wow. I rolled so bad.
So that's a
Wow.
22 for me.
Nice. I mean, I have a +8, but I almost critical failure on the dice. That's funny.
Sad.
Mhm.
Thank God you didn't.
True.
All right,
Your-
let's see.
Your base initiative modifier is higher than mine. But with your bonus of +3, it just makes it ridiculous for me. Because I have a base initiative bonus of +7. As long as I'm holding a light rifle in my hands.
Nice. That's awesome.
Which is why I only carry light rifles.
Makes sense.
Okay. Let's see. Gotta get those guys there. Just for fun,
Right.
Samson and
Okay.
Darvin, you guys roll initiative as well. Because you're going to be back into the fray soon enough, or one way or another, or something
Oh
happens
boy,
there.
spoilers. Yeah, we already did.
I want to get everybody. Okay.
Yeah, I have a
And
17
I just
and
meant
Darwin
enter
has
them in
10.
because I want everybody
Yeah.
in the turn order lists depending on how
Let
things
me drag and
happen
drop that for you. Boom.
I just love the fact that I am that the last 2 combats I have rolled the highest for initiative, which is hilarious considering the fact that in chapter 1 I was always last on the initiative order.
Okay, let's see here. Oh no.
Did they crit fail?
They get
Okay.
legendary.
I was thinking about a thing, so I made the dice roll early, and I will still use it, but I'm extremely disappointed. For future reference, Jacob, to attack the wall you put up, is there a defense value that needs to be beaten, or?
I don't know. According to the spell description, I don't think so.
Ah, good point. Normally, it would be you're attacking something beyond it. I'd say that since it is kind of just a wall, it would probably be like an average value. So maybe like 10. Probably like a 10.
It might even be less than that.
We could make it like 5 or something.
Yeah, this is weird because it's sort of like it's supposed to stop damage, but does it actually stop you, or does it just slow you down? Like it's like bludgeoning damage, it would just slow the attack so it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean?
I'll leave that up to your decision, noble game
I'm
master.
wondering if this is kind of an ethereal, I don't know, some kind of ethereal cloud that's thick and hard to pass through. Because that's kind of what I'm feeling, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like you're trying to imagine some kind of arcane barrier that's supposed to stop damage incoming to you through it.
I thought it says absorb damage.
Well, the wording's a little strange, so I mean not strange, but it's a very peculiar entity in and of itself here. All right. Anyways, that aside, I'm gonna roll some initiative on these fine people here. will let me rename people. Good lord. Mystery. Mysterious. Good enough. Maybe. Here we go. Did I spell mysterious wrong? Tell me now or forever hold your peace. Now I gotta add them to the turn order. There we go. Okay. Now it's 14. Oh yes, 114. There we go.
Yes, they have such a high modifier that they roll
So-
triple digits.
Yep. Charlie, Silverton, and Horace, you guys are basically going to get the jump on these people, so you basically get to take a turn before turn order would properly cycle. Granted, these guys are going to be moving in, so you basically are going to have the chance for reaction actions. So basically, trigger how you will if those people come into the building.
If they survive the initial onslaught from Charlie and Silverton, I'll give them a shot.
There we go. Everybody's
And-
doing nice things.
I currently have my energy rifle in my hands, not my ballistic one, because energy does more damage.
All right. All right. Remind me, you lovely initiative rolling people. What gives you extra to its dexterity, right?
Yeah, you'd use dexterity as your initiative modifier if you don't have one stated.
Okay. Excellent.
For mine then, is it a +2 modifier when I'm holding a light rifle, or is that a +2 to my agility modifier?
+2 to your modifier for initiative.
Okay. Okay, so it is a 7 and not a 2. That's fine then.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
lord, why it's being so slow.
I'm so glad I went all out in dexterity, because now it's like almost impossible to hit me.
All right, we'll just make you do
Cool.
saving throws then. Noted.
All right, we're gonna have some ties here, so this is gonna be interesting. So we'll need some dex values from people.
Oh, that's a joy. I love dex. I love dex and perception.
Okay, those
For
two guys
saving-
are tied, so whatever.
For saving throws, if you don't mind using strength, dex, constitution, or perception for me.
You know what we could do going forward as housekeeping? We could add on to our initiatives a decimal that is our dexterity modifier. That way it just sorts itself automatically.
Indeed, that would be.
It's like in this instance, Samson would be like 17.3.
Yeah, let's do that from now on. I think that would be helpful.
Should we do that this time?
I don't think it's necessary, is it? I think we're good.
Okay.
God, Connor up there at 22.5. Holy shit. Okay.
I'm adding mine because it's funny that Silverton goes from 12 to 12.0.
Nice. Okay. Here we all are. Let's double check here what we got. Samson, mystery person, then Darvin's last. You know, that fits pretty well with what's going on here. Because Samson, while was just standing there, kind of missed out on doing something. So, this is the turn order. Ta-da! So, you guys up front do take note that there's people getting out of the passenger seats of the vehicles, out of the vans as well. And they're disembarking right now. So if there's anything else you guys want to do so on your turn thingies. Horace, you're up. Anything you'd like to do at all?
I don't think I'm physically capable of seeing anyone from where I am.
No, there's no windows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I guess I am just at this point, because I reloaded my guns while we were outside of combat. I'm just going to prep for when they come bursting through the door.
All right. So yeah, as far as rules go for how this is working right here, any of the three of you guys on your turn can just be like, yeah, well, you basically already had the opportunity. So you're all basically on Overwatch, which is you get to take a turn, take an action. Nah, it's basically a whole turn. You could move or shoot or whatever. You're able to do any of that before your turn, and then still take your turn normally. Or you can choose to do nothing during that time. It's up to you. You basically have the opportunity, you have the advantage until somebody spots you and tries to do something. Okay. Basically, you all have stealth to an extent. I'm using examples. I'm going to shut up now and just get on with it. So Horace is good. Samson, anything you want to do?
Samson is going to start talking, I guess. Listen, buddy, I don't want to hurt you, but right now, with the shit that you and I assume your buddies just pulled on me and my friends, that right now, you're up to some really nasty shit, and I want answers. Also, I want to know why the hell you were trying to do what you were, intimidating this poor barkeep over here. Most importantly, I want information on him, too. So you better turn your ass around and face me, answer my questions, or I'm going to shoot you where you stand.
All right. You're attempting to be a little intimidating with that? You want to do an intimidation roll as well?
That I will. $14 with 3 stunt points. Ooh, can I do a social stunt? Is there a fitting social stunt for this? Finally, a social stunt. How
Watch,
exciting.
nothing's fitting.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, the 3 stunt point stunts of flirt. I'm not gonna do that.
I remembered that.
Ooh. Okay. What I will do is I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna do read the room though. Read the room allows me to do like insight checks on a number of creatures equal to stunt points spent. I'm just gonna do an insight check, like kind of read the kind of like the posture and the stance of this guy and this guy. And those are
Okay.
DC 10 insight checks. So I'll go ahead and roll those.
DC 10, you say?
Yeah, DC 10 insight checks. And you could even make it more difficult, I suppose, if you wanted to as a GM. Based upon how good they are at concealing their true intentions.
Okay.
Alright, that's the first one. It's a 19 on the mysterious guy.
Okay.
And then on the other dude... And then a 12 on the barkeep.
The barkeep seems terrified. He's just like hugging the wall. That's sort of your general glance at him. That's what's up. The figure just wants to get the heck out of there, and they're hurt. They're like clutching their side with their other. It looks like their other arms wrapped around the front of them, like they're clutching it. They're breathing hard. They don't want to fight you. They want to get away as quickly as possible. They ran a slide under the wall and sort of almost came to a complete stop as soon as they kind of entered the hazy mist of magical arcane energy there. And so they're like struggling against it and get their arm free to try and like make an actual physical like swing at it, try and get into it power, like swing and power through it or something. They haven't looked back at all. They're just trying to get out.
Come on, buddy. I just want to talk. And then I guess I'll use Samson's movement. He's going to move up, past the barkeep, and over to here. And then, yeah, just be like right there, and that will end Samson's turn. This is probably against my better judgment as a player, but
Okay. All right. I'm going to use a color coordination here and link these guys, the enforcers down here. I'm going to link their turns together, in that this guy's faster than the other guy, but they're moving as a unit together. So this guy's gonna skip until that point for the time being. So I think actually we'll just reorder and stick him right next to it. That'll be good. I don't need colors that way. Don't need to make this more complicated than necessary. Now that means this guy's up. You know what's funny? I wish that when you clicked on a character token, it would like list all their stats and things, but you have to actually go to the attributes page to get that. Alright, there we go. Mage is advanced and is shouting at these people and pointing and things. They're headed for the front door. It's pretty clear. Charlie, anything you want to do? You good right there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Alright, mysterious figure time. Attack against the wall, so just do 10. Seems pretty good as the challenge against it.
okay.
Challenge succeeded. But now if we go back up to the check that I made for damage. Ugh. You know, I can let anything happen, but I've chosen to stick to the rules to make the narrative not always go the way I want it to, and it's really hurting right now. Well, this is interesting. Okay. Hold on, my Roll20 is completely... There it goes. It was completely frozen for a second.
Had me scared for a second.
So, they make a... they make a swing into the arcane barrier, and like they're full force behind it, like they're gonna use their fist and like plunge through it and I don't know, fly through it like Superman. The move was very all in, and the whole gauntlet, the whole fist, wrist, armature, the whole thing like explodes.
Oh,
and pieces
my.
come flying off of it. It looks like that your shot hit them on the side like you wanted, and the bolt partially deflected into the arm of the gauntlet, and that may be why it blew up. Damn, that was not how that was supposed to go at all.
And then kind of like shies away a little bit as like the shards like sort of blast around.
Yes.
Like flinch.
Definite oof there. Damn. Alright, Street Samurai is gonna sync with Street Samurai. No, he's not. Never mind. No, he's not. Which one is he? That one. Yeah. So this guy goes up to the door, and so as he approaches, I would imagine, Charlie, that you'd like lean back so that you no longer like had the doors propped slightly open to see. And back around the corner as he comes up, and he peeks in at you. Like he's checking cautiously to see what's going on through the door.
So he can see me right now? We don't
Yeah,
have-
so he doesn't like come busting through the door. You just see the door pull open slightly. The doors swing out, so he pulls the door closer to you. He pulls it open slightly, and he sort of stops as he sees you in the door frame. You are welcome to make an attack, as well as Silverton. You saw the movement, so either one of you guys could move and do an attack right now because you're all set up to do that.
The door's only cracked open.
Yeah. It's sort of like it's cracked open. He hasn't even like looked in to see you yet, but you can make a move if you want to.
I almost want to like somehow grab his wrist and pull him in.
Can you see his wrist? Can I see his wrist?
Well, if he's slowly pushing the door open, he'd have to have a hand on the door.
Yeah, so basically, because you guys have an interrupt, you can tell me you want to do whatever at a certain point.
Yeah, so remind me the setup of these doors. Is this like a classic set of double doors?
Yeah,
that
it's double
push in
doors.
or out?
Yep, they're double doors, and they swing out. They don't want to swing in. They only swing out.
Oh,
What?
okay.
So because they don't swing in, they swing out. If you guys want to be right in front of them instead, that would be good. I did not describe that super well, and you may have been envisioning it differently.
I could still like grab his collar because if he's opening it with his left hand, pulling the door open, I'd be able to reach into his like chest and grab his like shirt collar and pull him in.
Okay.
Is that good with you, Eric?
Yeah, sure.
Do we have
Basically,
grapple rules? Is that a thing?
Yes,
Image
there
I
are
had
grapple
in my
rules.
head Was like
I found it.
getting to the side and then
What I find
dealing with
absolutely
once they get inside, but you can certainly pull. Yeah.
what I find absolutely hilarious at this moment is the fact that this is such a shitty bar and yet it is still up to fire code.
That's nice.
All right, so you want to try and grab him and pull him in?
Yes. What would I
Okay.
need to do for that?
Make an athletics check, and they get to choose either athletics or acrobatics to try and avoid it. If you roll higher than them, then you grab them and pull them in.
I have to make an athletics.
Yes.
Okay.
These guys actually have stats I can look at that are in Roll20, which is fun.
There is no athletics. That would be acrobatic.
Oh, did we get rid of we got rid of athletics, huh?
Was there ever
Oh,
an athletic?
might. It needs to be might.
Might?
Sorry.
Might,
That's a typographical error. It's might.
Okay.
Sorry.
which is strength plus extra if you have any extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brett, make a note in your edit somewhere. Grappling is referring to athletics, and it needs to be might. Okay, what was I looking at? This was where I was. So acrobatics would be dex based, right?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure that I'm making my roll correctly. Well, let's see. This is the Street Samurai guy. Yes. There we go. Well, ready, set. Here comes a roll.
Ah,
Oh,
Slippery.
damn it. I feel bad, and I should be feeling good. So you try to grab him and pull him in, and he manages to resist you, which basically means that, let's see status effects. He's not grappled, so everything's normal. His movement speed's not reduced to 0. He can continue as normal unless Silverton wants to step in and do something.
am I able to take those stun points from that roll, or do I not get anything for that?
It has to succeed.
Okay.
I'll reach out and try and drag him in.
Okay. Oops.
See no reason not to join in on that attempt. Alright, so my might It's not terrible. Give it a shot.
Oh,
Not a good roll, though.
If he rolls worse.
well, I rolled with a G, so, and now I've
You
now I've
just
rolled
say what it
without
was. I trust you.
Eh. There we
Oh.
go.
Yes.
I did
Jake
slash
Gill
G,
led to
and then I did
victory!
slash R3. So nice. So you pull him in. Any particular direction you want to go with him?
Yeah, I will pull him like around to there, and clamp a hand over his mouth.
Okay, so you're gonna like swing him around behind you, sort of a thing. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah,
Out of
so like I'm facing him and facing away from the door.
Okay.
And my hand is covering his mouth so he can't make noise.
And of course, there's no good grapple symbol, so we'll do a net. And the doors are still closed. And for all they may know, you may have just been pulled in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Now it's these enforcer guys. Let's get them moving, huh?
So do I still have that reaction, or is that gone because I went first?
No, you still have a reaction at any point if you want to do something. Oh, god damn these guys. Stay in your squares. Enforcer. Okay. So if you, let's see. All right, so you guys basically what we're doing is like what they do in D&D, where you set a trigger of I'm not going to do anything on my turn, but as soon as this happens, I'm going to interrupt and do it. I just basically gave you the blanket interrupt at some point with something if you want, because you guys are totally set up and ready for combat, and this ain't your first rodeo. When your turn comes up, you can choose to renew that or to do something on your turn. So since there wasn't anything that you did, it just sort of automatically renewed. You're still on Overwatch, sort of a thing. So it's now Silverton's actual turn. If
Okay.
you choose to do nothing, you can kind of go into the Overwatch situation again to take an action as soon as you do something, whatever you choose to do, as soon as
Yeah, I think
possible.
in terms of actions, I'm gonna hold off and wait. But I do want to just like whisper into this guy's ear. Who the fuck are you? And I'm gonna lift my my hand off his mouth just a tiny little bit, and see what, if anything, he responds with.
Okay. So you're asking who he is, and all he has to say is, he just goes, "Sss," and then you clamp your hand back over his mouth because you weren't sure what was going with, or what it was your reaction to, okay, don't make loud noise, but he just basically hisses at you.
I will just kind of glance over to my companions, and with my free hand, kind of hold my fingers in front of my mouth as if they are fangs, just to kind of quietly try and signal these are vipers.
All right.
And then, yeah, I'll wait and see what happens next in terms of further action.
All right. So I'm using the eye to indicate Overwatch.
Okay.
Charlie enacted her Overwatch on the Street Samurai and failed, but then you got a hold of it, which is why she does not have it. Darvin, you're up.
All right. So the mysterious guy has just like attacked the wall, but he just seems to be trying to get away. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
And they've like staggered backwards a bit after that. Critical fail.
I'm gonna move up.
Actually, the wall didn't take damage. I totally didn't brain that properly. The wall did not take damage, and the fist exploded.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I gave damage to that.
Interesting. I'm gonna touch Samson on the back and use the cantrip Gift of Tenacity, which basically just grants him a 1d6 bonus to use on a saving throw of his choice, anytime within a minute. So
Much
just in case.
appreciated.
And then I will turn to the barkeep. Who does he look injured, or does he just look scared?
He just looks scared.
Okay. Then I guess I will like try to comfort him or something. But my main action was just Gift of Tenacity on Samson.
Okay.
Ooh, and actually let me check if the wall is concentration, because it might be important to know. It is, okay. Gift of Tenacity is not, but the Arcane Barrier is. So, anyway. That's my turn.
Okay, perfect. That means it's Street Samurai time, isn't it? Alright, Street Samurai number 2. Here's where things might get interesting. I'm gonna double check their speed. That's 25 right there. Ooh. And through the door he gets. And sort of realizes that there are people around him that he does not recognize. Levels his blade in the general direction of...
I'm going to interrupt him right there and take a shot at him.
Perfect.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Ooh, and 3 stun points.
3 stun points. Can I actually use those? Because I couldn't use 1 stun point earlier. I'm going to set him up. No, I'm actually going to defense. No.
Ironically, Connor has more health than either of you guys, and he's ranged, which means he isn't necessarily front lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to defensive stance, just in case. Who knows?
Always a good
All
idea.
right. All right, so here's damage dealt. And
Hardy motherfucker.
indeed. So Silverton, you can still do something, but if you're doing something other than keeping that guy grappled, he's going to be free to not be grappled.
Are you saying
Oh,
I can't
dear,
have
I-
2 of them grappled? Like one arm over both?
If you tried it, you would definitely have disadvantage, and they would have advantage on breaking free.
Okay. Alternate idea. Can I... So, rules question. Does a person count as a heavy weapon? I mean, they're pretty heavy, right? That's a two-handed job.
It's like that fucking gif of the one guy swinging his friend around by the ankles. Jake,
I love your
Jake, what's your
question.
call?
Regardless
you
of
see
what
where
we
I'm
should do
going
with the
with
rules
this.
in the future, if we can find a loophole to make it work at least once, I really want to do it now.
Here's
That was
the way-
a good idea.
Here's the way I would say. I would say make a might check of DC 15. Now, this is not me telling you to do this. This is my suggestion to Jake. Might check of DC 15. If he succeeds or exceeds that, then yeah, he could probably smack with the guy once before he loses his grip. But he could probably like use him as like a heavy melee weapon and deal some bludgeoning damage with it.
Indeed. I agree. Let's do it, if you want to do it.
I mean, I have to go for it, right?
Do
Yeah.
it.
Too funny an idea to not
Meme
attempt.
power. Please get a
Alright.
legendary.
Power of
Fingers
memes.
crossed, please. Son of a bitch.
Ah.
Hold on. Let's see. You got 6 stunt points.
No, I didn't.
Oh no.
No, wait. No, you didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't
no,
stun.
just
Yeah,
the
that's
stunt
just
die.
roll 20 automatically
Okay.
highlighting the maximum die.
Interesting. Okay, so what you were trying to do is club one guy with the other guy.
Yeah, basically pick up the dude that I had hand gagged and just smash him into the other guy.
Okay. Also, I found out these two characters were linked because I drug them both off the same thing, so I'm breaking the link on the number 2 guys, so the health isn't tied to each other anymore.
Good idea.
Because I didn't realize that that was going to be a thing, but apparently it is. Alright. So with that, here's what we're going to do instead. So, while you failed to do that, you did throw the guy into the other guy. So what we're going to do is instead of damage... I need to think... so we have like stun and other status effects. I'm thinking of applying a status effect instead of damage. Let's see. I'm going to check real quick, see what we got going on here.
Yes, add to my notes. Make rules about hitting people with other people.
Yeah. Or I guess just generally improvised weapons.
And that's what he is. Yep. I love it.
So, if you want something slightly less powerful than stunned, you could do slowed, where their speed is halved and they can either do an action or a bonus on their turn, but not both. Whereas with stunned, they have no movement, cannot take actions or reactions, typically for like 1 turn or whatever.
Indeed. It, of course, depends on... I'm thinking like, but is this slowed really gonna do anything? Because they can make their attack and then they're just good. Because that still allows you to move and take an action. So that doesn't necessarily affect them too much. I actually had a thought instead, just because of the sheer surprise of it, is something more along the lines of frightened, but instead of like actually terrified of something. So it's not that they, not willing to move closer to the object of fear, ignoring that part, but using the general status effect of frightened, aka GM decision based off of that was a really good idea and I liked it and it should affect them in some way. They get a -2 penalty on all checks for the until their next turn.
Cool. Sweet.
So that's what we shall do.
I'll take it.
Now, and since it was a near miss on the failure bit there, that other guy is still going to be grappled. And because he was not expecting you to hit him into his buddy, he's got that -2, so it's going to be that much harder for him to break out.
Neat.
Um,
So does this mean
he's-
they're both grappled by me?
It's more
Or
like, I think what we're going to
they're kinda
do...
grappled by each other?
Yeah, so you can pick one of 2 things, basically. You either knock the first guy back out the door, and then the guy you've got grappled is here. Or you can have just hit the guy and stunned him, and then he's still here. He has to be adjacent though, because it'd be hard to pull him all the way back away.
Gotcha. The only thing I would maybe change is if we can have this top guy go there instead. Basically, my idea is, I don't want to like knock them out of the building, but if anything, I want observers on the street to see that a dude just got launched into another dude.
Indeed. And because this guy's still working on the door's like still open, so like these guys can kind of see that that's happened.
Sweet.
So here's essentially what happened. Eric, you gained inspiration for the great idea, and even though you failed to roll, something good was still going to happen. So, like, there you go.
Awesome. Yeah,
All right,
I'll take it.
cool.
My next question is, normally I get 2 attacks per turn. Does that count as an attack, or would that be my whole action? I'm fine either way. Just want to know what you think.
How does it work in D&D with a situation like that? Because that's what we're basing the whole interrupt system off of in the first place.
It would basically consider that one of the attack. So since I get multiple attacks when I take the big attack action, I would still get another attack.
Indeed. Well, then for the time being, let's go with that. Second attack?
I treated it as, because it's an interrupt, you
Oh,
don't
you're
get
right.
that.
Yeah.
So I only attacked once, even though I technically would also have gotten 2 attacks. But
Let's
If we're
okay.
doing D&D
that's
rules,
that's
I
that's
do-
up to-
I do have a rules judgment already based on the way I ran Siege previously, but I didn't want to interrupt. So note that there is a way that this is handled, but I don't want to... I think we have a pretty decent consensus here. It's handled differently in Siege, but we'll just keep going.
Okay.
Because that makes the interrupt thing super powerful. Because you could go twice before they go. And if
Yeah,
you
in
have all of
Siege you
your
can
attacks-
hold an action. You can hold your
Yeah, it's
action,
hold an action.
and then
Okay.
you can do the action. But that is from, like, your previous turn. If your turn comes after that, after when you trigger that, then, yeah. But by holding your action, you are
That's what
consuming
we've
your
been
reaction.
doing.
But
That's what we've been doing, and that's identical to how it works in D&D.
Okay.
So, to fully elucidate, Silverton takes the attack action, which, because he's a paladin, he gets the extra attack feature. The attack action lets him do 2 physical attacks, melee
Okay.
or ranged. One of those physical attacks was to smash Dude A into Dude B, and then second attack will be to smash Dude B with a Warhammer.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see. Grappling. Make your roll there. I'm gonna look. Oh, so the status effect of the grappler ends if the grappler is incapacitated or moved out of reach of the target.
The other
Alright.
implicit thing, at least in D&D logic for grapple, is you also have to have an open hand to maintain the grapple.
Yeah. And the
Certainly
person on their turn
switching
can
to
try and break
Warhammer,
free, right?
I would be releasing it. Yeah, they can. In D&D, it's an action to attempt to break out of that.
And it's just a contested roll, which would make sense. Okay. All right, Warhammer on the Street Samurai.
Yes. Does 14 hit? Number 2.
Yes, it does. Oh, whoops.
Okay. And I do get 2 stunt points, so I'll add that to the damage. So there's the damage, and then I'll quickly check to see if there are any stunts that I want to use.
That's 3 14s in a row.
Ooh, I can knock him prone. Let's do it. 2 stun points immediately
my
knocks him
God.
prone, deal an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So another 4 damage on him, and he's now on his ass.
So is that a separate damage, or is that added to the total?
That's added to the total.
Okay.
So total of 18, all in the one hammer blow.
Because these guys have some armor on them.
Yeah, in that case, I especially want it considered the same attack.
Okay.
Oh, and note to self, I do not have prone in my list of status effects. I'll need to make sure and get that add.
Indeed, I was actually just looking at that. I'm like, that's not there. Okay, cool. Neat. So he just got the shit kicked out of him, and now he gets to go. All right.
Oh yeah, he just walked in and then all that shit happened.
Yep. So he's going to attack the guy that's beating up on him. Actually, wait, let's see. Can he even do that? So he's been knocked prone. What does he have to do to get up?
Half of his
Does he have
movement speed on his turn.
Oh, he spent a lot of movement getting in there.
He's on the ground. He can't get up.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
It's like that scene in the movie where like a bad guy slips in and then the whole group is just beating the shit out of him on the other side, and you just hear boom, boom, boom.
Indeed. All right. Well, that's all happened. Yikes.
Beautiful.
God, and the door just like swings shut as this guy just gets the shit kicked out of him. So like they saw it, but the door's closed again. Ugh,
Just watching their buddies get sucked in.
pretty much.
Big suck.
All right. Well, let me shuffle all of my character sheet, stat sheet info things here. Ah, good. I have like nothing that I can use here. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at the cantrips. Maybe I got something here. Elementalism. No. Oh wait, no, that's the only cantrip right there. Damn. Yep, there's no... I don't have a cantrip I can use that would be helpful here. Alright. That's it for that. Horace, you're up.
Okay. So this guy's still grappled.
Yep.
This guy is prone.
Which makes him harder to hit with range, doesn't he? Let's see. Oh, if the target is prone and is more than 15 feet away, it's -3. 5, 10, 15.
He's
So there's no
15
effect.
feet away.
You have no negative effects.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to use my first attack action on this. Wait, what's the status effects on him? Because I see 2.
So this guy's grappled and he has a -2 to all checks.
Okay, well, I'm going to take my first attack action against him. That does a 20 hit.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Let me see what I can do with those 4 stun points. What fighter stuns do I have? Thick skin. Choose one damage type. You're resistant to that damage type until the end of your next turn. So I'm going to say I am resistant to slash damage till the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And I am also, just to be an absolute dick to the guy I just shot, I am also going to center mass him, which stuns him.
Okay.
And I still get to roll damage on that. He takes 13 points of damage.
All right. And that's the one that's being grappled?
Yes. So he doesn't get a turn essentially next turn.
So what all effects have you applied to him with this?
Just center. I just stunned him.
Okay.
I hit him for 13 points of damage and stun.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my second attack on Mr. Prone Man over there.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
8 points of energy damage. Because I am, at this point, all out of special skills that I can use.
All right. Here is your damage dealt.
Ooh.
Also, I'm doing my best to only use there's like a half heart icon, and I use that when they have 1 HP left. So if you get them down to exactly 1, you'll know it. Just because
Okay.
it's fun.
Okay. And that's all I can really do because I don't have any bonus actions as a fighter yet. Or I don't even know if there is any bonus actions I can take, but yeah.
Indeed.
Because I have to take a full action to reload my guns.
Right, Samson. You're up again.
Okay. All right. Let's try and unpack the situation. Samson's gonna try again with this guy. He is going to tap the muzzle of his laser rifle basically against the back of this mysterious dude's head and say, "All right, buddy. Listen, I don't want to kill you, and to be honest, I really don't want to hurt you. I just want to talk, man. I need information. I need to know what's going on here. And if you're gonna try and fight me, if you're gonna try and make it real hard, I can definitely do some major harm to you. Just turn around, talk this out like adults. Let's figure this out together, all right?"
All right. For the sake of what's going on right here, I'm going to take the mysterious person's turn here because it doesn't affect stuff down there. The person turns, mysterious figure turns to you. There, you see an arm, like an actual human arm, and it's covered in blood. There's bits of metal embedded in the arm, and the sort of very slowly raises both arms up as in the the classic "I'm unarmed, don't shoot." Doesn't say anything. Mask, sort of face mask or something on over the face still. But you have an "I give up" sign, basically.
Thank you. Okay. Just take a seat over there. I need answers, and then we can patch you up and send you on your way.
All right. It is people down here's turn, and it's almost Charlie's turn. I'm sorry, Charlie. It's almost time.
It's okay.
This guy.
Alright.
Okay, I need to check what this guy can do here with my lovely sheet. So reactions can be taken even not on your official turn, right?
They can only be taken not on your turn. Something has to trigger it.
Okay.
So there are spells with a duration of a reaction. Attacks of opportunity, which is when someone moves away from you, that's a reaction. Using a held action, that's a reaction.
Okay.
So reactions can only really happen outside of your turn because something needs to trigger them to occur.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just double checking. Fire blast is not referring to a cone on my sheet. I guess I better just look it up here.
Fire blast would be a single target attack.
Okay, single target. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that.
That cantrip.
Okie dokie then. Those doors are saving you right now so hard. Like, nobody can shoot in at you. The doors are closed again. They're heavy metal. All right. Charlie, you're up.
Charlie.
The guy that's grappled can't even take a turn, so he can't even try to get ungrappled next turn. This guy's on the floor and has a -2 to everything he does. Or saves from.
Alright. I've got my whip out. I'm gonna... Does it take an action to, like, pull my tomahawk off my belt?
Switching weapons is like a bonus action, so no. It's a bonus action to do that.
Okay. That's switching though. What if I want to hold like my whip in one hand and the tomahawk in the other?
I'd say that's allowable, given that's a thrown weapon, since you're gonna throw it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to use, pretty easy to access. I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Okay, because I would like to whip at this guy, and right after that, throw my axe at that guy.
Okay.
Just a little flip right to the... I don't know.
Right, so we're
shoulder.
whipping the upper guy and axing the lower one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with the whip first. This is the upper guy. It's +6.
Also,
That
while
doesn't
she's
look
doing
like
that,
the
I would like to draw attention to the fact that the chain whip looks really cool because it's got like a blade, like arrowhead at the front of it. I just wanted to bring that up because I think that looks cool.
It is pretty neat.
It hurts
Also,
when it's lodged inside of you because it's hooked.
exactly.
Love it.
Also, for everybody, we didn't have a picture on a character thing until today. So here's Horace Kepri. So this is who Connor's playing now.
It is lacking his augmentations, though.
Indeed.
Yes.
There you go. There's those two lovely, tasty tidbits. All right, you made a roll, I believe. Wow. Okay, that hits.
Spicy.
I was curious to see how well these guys did against you, and I guess we'll never know.
9 points of bludgeoning damage to the upper guy. And then with the tomahawk, that'll be a 12 to hit.
The 12 miss. No, it doesn't, because you get a bonus because he's on the ground, or not a bonus, but he's like +3 easier to hit. So yeah, you do hit him.
Sweet. Slash roll. That'll be 4 points of damage.
He is so not okay down there. So you're just trying to hit him with it. You're not throwing it, right? Because he's right next to you.
I mean, I was gonna go for just hitting him with it. Not
Okay.
instead of throwing, but
So you hit the so you swing it to hit him, and it catches the edge of one of his armored plates, but it slides from the armor plate into a notch and sticks into him, so it still damages him, still hits him hard. So yeah, there's damages applied. We're gonna, I guess, jump to Mysterious Figure's turn, but they're basically, you can hear they're breathing hard, and they do appear to be injured. There's blood dripping from their torso as well, and they are just looking at you. They're not doing anything. That is the extent of that turn. Okay, back to the street samurai who's grappled. Nothing, except now that his turn is over, I'm removing the stunned effect and the freaked out effect, and moving on. Alright, it's enforcer time. Alright, so this guy basically throws the doors open. Oh god. And he doesn't fit into the grid, so he is going to be a rebellious piece of shit. All right. Door. If I can just grab the door frame item. There's so many characters in the way. Okay, got it. We're just gonna stick it in the shadows. There, perfect. Okay. They have flung the doors open. And then basically both stacked in here to get a piece of the action. I did their movement in advance, sorry, but it's okay. It's nothing too crazy. Okay. Enforcer 2, he's going to take a shot at who's directly in front of him, which would be Charlie. And his attack, let me take a look here. So this guy's come in and he's hefting a sledgehammer. So he basically pulls the doors open and then just immediately takes a swing towards you. Let me select a proper person here. And here's his attack roll. It was a 15 hit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's bludgeoning as well, right? I'd imagine because it's a hammer.
Hey Brett, the range
Yes.
melee says energy. Is it? Oh, is it a charged? Like a supercharged?
Let me double check that stat block to make.
It doesn't matter too much. It'll hit either way.
Oh yeah, if you don't have resistance to energy or bludgeoning, then it doesn't matter.
Probably an energized sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Bludgeoning, but it won't be enough to really do a whole lot.
Well, every little bit helps, but it is definitely energy based. This guy's got quite the. It's like a neon skin for the sledgehammer in Killing Floor 2. It's pretty scary looking. So here is damage then. Wow, way to roll.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Okay, Brett, just double checking. These guys don't get 2 attacks or anything, do they?
Not the regular enforcer.
Okay. Okay, cool. I was just checking to make sure. So that means the guy behind is going to take a shot with his pistol. Got a big heavy-duty ballistic revolver. That's a 12. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Does it do damage?
No.
Likely.
6 damage, and it's ballistic.
It's. Sorry, just to make sure that I'm doing this right. Do you subtract armor or defense from the to hit?
Armor. Or to hit? It has to be equal to or greater than your defense to hit.
Yeah, so if I rolled a 12, your defense would need to be 13 or higher in order for
Then
me
I'm
not to hit.
doing this all wrong, I think. Why can't I remember to fucking do anything?
It's okay. I feel bad that there wasn't more time spent in actual combat when we were still together. Stupid COVID. So you have a...
Okay. So defense affects what again?
Defense
So
is whether or not they can hit you.
Yeah. And defense is calculated, it's 10 plus dex, right? That's...
Yes. So defense is whether or not they can hit you, and armor is when they hit you, how much of that damage gets absorbed by that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
depending
Yeah.
on the armor you selected, you would have like 5, for example.
I have 7 armor because of the bludgeoning resistance. 2, 3,
But
4.
that's only for bludgeoning that you get the 7.
Yes.
This
What
is a
was
ballistic.
the
This is a
second
gun.
hit? Ballistic?
Yeah, the
Okay,
second
so
hit was
that does
ballistic.
6 points of damage then.
Yep, and then your armor's 5, so you only actually take 1 point of damage.
My armor's 4.
Oh, okay, your armor's 4, so 2 points of damage.
Right? I don't know what it was originally. I'm too tired.
I saw that the health went down, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. that is that guy done. And it's Silverton's turn, who still has this poor bastard grappled. This guy is still laying on the floor, and it's not his turn yet, so he has a -2 to... I think it's all checks. It should just be rolls that he does because he's stunned. Or not stunned, it was the frightened thingy. -2 penalty on all checks. Yep, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start with, I will smash at the grappled dude with my hammer.
Let's hold him by the throat and attempt to crush his skull.
Yep. Yeah, it's like hammering a nail, you know? You gotta kind of keep it in the right position so you can whack it.
Well, you hit him.
I certainly did, and I get 3 dump points. So...
Oh, I forgot I had a
Will I spend that on?
honey-coated scone. That's totally cold now. Damn.
Neat.
It's still tasty. Probably.
Want to use ooh, I will use dual strike. So my attack hits an additional target within 5 feet of the first one using the same attack and damage roll. So
So it's like when you're
hit
blacksmithing
Hawkeye
and you hit something and the hammer
Hawkeye.
bounces.
Yeah, exactly. Like you hit it, but you get a double tap.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna double tap both of those guys for 14.
Yikes, 14.
Mhm.
And just waiting on roll 20 to get its number shit together. There it is.
Just eat.
So he's dead.
Mm-hmm. He is indeed. And yeah, I'll go ahead and finish this guy off. So take another swing. So 13 to hit him.
Oh wait, that was, you got a 13?
Yeah, does that hit?
His defense is higher than that. I don't know if because he's grappled if you have any advantage there.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, there's no mention of anything. So that one, he manages to struggle enough to avoid you driving his skull in, unlike the previous 2 people you fought.
All right, and then I'm gonna move on top of that corpse to fully block
Alright.
the doorway next to Charlie.
All right then. Scrolling back up to Darwin,
All right.
dragging everybody with me.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna, over the radio, to Silverton say, "Looks like we have the situation under control up here. Do you need any backup down there?"
Yes, backup would be brilliant.
All right.
We've got a bunch of viper fuckers.
And then I say to Samson, "Can you handle this guy? I think I'm gonna go help."
I think so. Make it quick.
Copy.
Is that wall you put up concentration based?
It is. So I have to be careful what spells I cast if I want that wall to stay there. But
Okay.
so far, nothing has broken my concentration, so I'm still...
The duration on that spell.
Ooh, good question. Arcane Barrier, the duration is 10 minutes,
Oh,
unless
okay.
my concentration ends before that, so it should
yeah,
be plenty.
Yeah, you're good as long as...
Yeah. Alright, and so you can, let's see, you can run, which makes you go super fast.
Yeah, I will just use my action to dash. My base movement is 25, so I get to there.
Okay. Let's see. Street Samurai's 2's turn. He's dead, so he's no longer on the turn order.
What a traffic jam in the front door to this building.
Indeed.
Also, just to note, it is currently 9 p.m.
Yeah, do you guys want to call it here, or how are we feeling?
I'm good to keep going. I feel like we're relatively close to a stalking point anyway.
I have nothing planned.
I'm good.
I can go a little bit longer. I have plans with some people, but not for another half an hour or so, 45 minutes.
Indeed.
I just got to take a quick whiz.
Have fun
Alright.
with it.
So glad we know that. Thank you.
I'm so glad the audience knows about that, guys. How exciting.
Well, at least nobody told him to take pictures.
Well, guys, this episode, this combat right here is brought to you by the pictures Connor is going to take while whizzing.
No.
Yeah, that's what keeps us funded.
Yeah, we sell those on his OnlyFans.
Man.
Okay, This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
This is going to be very interesting. Let's see, who do I grab? Gotta move him.
Curious about this leader fellow. He looks very green.
Indeed, he does, doesn't he?
Very green and glowy, too.
He kind of just looks like snot.
it's Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Great.
Well, way to spoil it, jeez.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He slimed me. I've been slimed. Make a dex saving throw or be slimed until the end of your next turn.
So, this guy basically summons more people out of the vehicle, is what he's doing. Because these vans can hold more than the 2 people that stepped out of the back. And it's clear by the brawling melee that's going on and people being killed now that the leaders decided to summon additional reinforcements who have stepped out. So this could be interesting, to say the least.
I'm back.
Welcome back. The leader has summoned reinforcements. Oh god, why are these guys all tied together? Why are these settings? Oh, I copied the wrong one, that's why. Oh no, it's tying it in anyway, so that's interesting.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Roll20 is just going to explode one of these days. It's just gonna... I should try Chrome or something. I've been using Firefox just to see if that makes any difference.
I haven't had any major problems with Roll20, and I'm just using the new Windows Explorer replacement.
Indeed.
Because Chrome is being a bitch on my computer at the moment. Well, anyway.
Oh god, there's more enforcers and more Street Samurai.
Yeah.
I can't even tell what the hell is going on over here right
no.
now. I guess I'll... are we trying to keep this guy alive, or is it okay for me to just finish him off?
Oh no, kill him, please.
Okay, so I'll take my first shot at guy with net.
Okay. He has been grappled.
20 with 6 stun points.
That hits.
Um,
I've decided to get rid of the nameplate so
I'm
we get easier
going
to see.
let me just check my fighter stunts before I make any decisions.
Jake, I would just say leave the nameplate on maybe the mage and the leader since they're different. But
That
for
was
enforcers
actually-
and samurais, I think we can.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my exact thinking, actually.
Huzzah!
Hold up. Boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my 6 stun points. All enemies within 45 feet of me now I need to make a DC 14 will save, or run away for the next 2 minutes.
You say DC 15?
14
14. What is this? Will check? Let's see.
willpower.
Okay, let's check these guys. Nope. These guys. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. I'm gonna
Yeah, I saw
go
that
enforcer.
stun magic.
I'm gonna do the closest to farthest. We're gonna do the closest enforcer first, followed by enforcer 2. Okay, they both fail. Oh wait, did it switch? Might have switched. Oh my god. You can't just use tab, you have to actually click on when you switch characters. Alright, Street Samurai. Starting with the one who's grappled, I guess. He fails. Now the 3 that got out of the back of the truck. They all fail. Alright, I got the mage.
The mage will probably succeed.
And just checking.
Do they all have 0 willpower?
Unless I might have made a mistake there and not calculated just straight willpower. So probably not. Let's see.
Because you've only done 3 dice, which implies that they don't have any will.
Yeah, I'll have to check the samurai.
The
side.
Street Samurai have a well. Actually, I don't know if you've done anything to them.
I haven't modified their willpower.
Okay, their mod is +1. At least that's what I
Okay.
created.
So +1 to all the street samurai. They still all fail.
No. Grappled
one who's
guy,
grappled.
It was 14. Okay, so the one who's
but he
grappled is,
hasn't
but he
taken
can't go
damage
anywhere
yet.
anyways.
And he hasn't taken damage yet from my shot that I fired at
Yeah.
him. I'm just still intimidating all the guys before I do the damage.
Indeed. So the mage. Mage is not afraid. And now for the leader dude. God. Well, that's interesting.
So the leader's gonna start running away. By the way,
I
what did
forgot
the
to add
enforcers
numbers
roll?
to that, but he still fails it. So
What did the enforcers roll? Because they didn't pop up.
they failed. The enforcers both failed. Both of
So
them that were in
basically-
range.
So basically, the only 2 people who did not fail that is this guy and this guy.
Yeah, the mage and the guy who's grappled, and then these guys out over here were out of range.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I did the measurements to see how many enemies.
So
would actually
they're
be
what are
affected.
they? What are they now?
They are now fleeing. For the next 2 minutes, they have to flee from they will just run away.
Wow. That's 2 minutes. That's not like a turn. That's a lot of turns.
Yes,
Okie dokie.
I'm literally just reading the fighter stunt. I've made no modifications to that. That is the 6 stun point fighter stunt.
Neat. Roll your damage while I apply horrible status effects to everything in sight.
14 points of damage.
Ah, he's dead.
I figured. And I guess I will use my second shot on this enforcer because he is visible to me.
Actually, Silverton, do you want to drop him? You're technically still grappling him.
Yeah, I'll let go.
Okay. Neat. So second attack's on that enforcer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the attack roll is 13.
13 hits.
Okay. Nothing special happens on this attack. He just takes 14 points of energy damage. And while I'm at it, I'm going to consume my bonus action to switch to my other gun. Because my energy weapon is out of ammo.
All right.
I think that
Oh,
was a
good lord.
very effective turn.
Yep. All right, Samson, anything in particular you'd like to do?
Yeah, I suppose on my turn I'm going to ask the mysterious guy. Alright, first question. Who are you? What do you want with that guy? And I'll point over at the guy. This dude.
All right. The barkeep dude, who's totally a dude, stands up. He's like leaning against the wall still, but he stood up. And the mysterious person is still just standing there staring straight at you, hands up. Well, one hand up. The gauntleted fist is now clutching their side where they're still bleeding.
Answer me!
And so you can kind of almost hear breathing through the mask, and you hear fairly level tone, although still very like staticky and tinny sounding, something to the effect of, you know that they called the Viper here, right?
I figured, but didn't want to assume. But what I don't know is who you are, what you want.
Justice.
Inside of his helmet, Samson is rolling his eyes so hard that he's afraid his head might explode. That's gonna end Samson's turn.
Okay, mage dude over here is rather pissed that everybody's terrified and backing off of what must be the greatest marksman in the world. Also, Connor, how did you get that? That was a 6-point stunt?
6-point fighter stunt.
Yeah, Brett, make a note. 2 minutes feels way too long.
I'm thinking I might have it be that they can reattempt the save on their turn.
Ooh, yeah, that would...
At the end of
no,
each
wait a
subsequent
minute. That may not... They all failed. Like, I don't... Alright.
Hey, I'm not cheating or anything. I literally just went through the stunts, was just like, this
No,
sounds
no,
like
it's
a
fine.
great
I'm just
stunt.
thinking about it in terms of balance. All right. Let's take a look at this mage, shall we? Well, this completely ruins this mage's plan for sure.
Excellent.
All right. Fire blast, I guess.
I'm gonna counterspell that.
Of course you are.
Yeah, he's a mage. My job is making mages not do their job. So I'm casting counterspell at level 2. If his spell is 2nd level or below, it automatically fails. Otherwise, I'll need to make a spell casting check.
Okay. Let's see. So you said 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what level he has. Does the damage increase with level? Like is 2nd level 2d6 or like
For what?
for Fire Blast?
Fire Blast is a cantrip.
Oh wait.
Cantrips can't be cast for higher levels, but they do slowly become more powerful as the players,
Yeah,
or
depending
as
on
the
the level of the
characters
caster.
evolve.
Okay. So a save needs to be made, and it's going to be a DC 12, right?
No, it just automatically.
No. I
Cancels
use
because-
spell, so it
Oh
doesn't
right,
count.
because you're using. Okay. All
'cause
right.
it's
Cool.
2nd level or below, and because it's a cantrip,
I
it's below.
Cantrips
Yeah,
are
it's
effectively
definitely
level
below. That
0.
makes perfect sense. I got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that thing of that one basketball player, like waggle my finger in his face. Not in my bars.
No.
Right. And now they've pulled back, pushing past through their allies behind them all, since they all seem content to not be there.
Fun.
Sniper, get down! Get down! Everybody's panicking. Alright. Well, that was embarrassing. Charlie!
Hello. Okay. I guess Charlie will take a swing at Enforcer 2.
Alright.
Cannot click on her. Oh, there we go. Flip. Okay. Making an attack. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, yes.
Roll for damage.
Yes. It is 10 points of bludgeoning damage. That was with the whip. And I'm going to like backhand him again with the whip. Bring it
Okay.
right out back.
Get him on using right on whip crack right as it swings back around. That
Yeah.
also hits.
Sweet. And that is 10 more points of damage. Feel my wrath.
Very, very impressive.
Gross. And yeah, I cannot think of a whole lot else to do, so
Alright. Mystery person's turn. Let's see. Boy, they're stuck right there, aren't they? Oh my god, roll 20, don't do this. There we go. That's better.
Roll 20 being a bitch.
So, alright, mysterious person's talking back to you now, Samson.
Okay.
Look, I don't like the gangs any more than you do. I was there, or I saw when they took down your operative buddies in one of the back alleys. Trying to stop them, but I can't stop them if you keep me here.
Can I insight check them on that?
Yes.
Thank you. Motherfucker. Well, does it look like they're telling the truth?
I don't know, did it sound like I was telling the truth?
Shit. Um. Well, it's not Samson's turn, so I'm not gonna say anything.
You can say something back because you kind of have a dialogue going, and that's all you've got to do right now. So I want to give you some more of that.
Okay.
Plus,
Okay.
you know,
Shit. This is a hard decision.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to give all of these other Street Samurai initiative. Oops.
Hmm.
Let's see. Silverton did. Let's see. Where's the leader? They'll just go right before the leader. It'll be fine, because the leader summoned them in the first place.
All right, gearhead. Scram. Get the fuck out of here. I hope you're good with your word. But if I find out you're lying to me, then my friends will be visiting you. And they won't let you go. Get out of here.
So they lower their non-gauntleted arm. Let go. I'm surprised you know who I am.
I keep my ears to the ground. Now you... And he's gonna gesture over to the barkeep. You're not getting away right now. I want to know everything about your little viper buddies.
He sort of takes a step back, but it doesn't look like he's going to go anywhere. He's a bit terrified of you. The mysterious figure turns and looks at the barrier wall and sort of looks back at you. Did you tell your buddy to get rid of this?
Darwin, cut the wall.
Got it. And I drop concentration on. Excuse me. I drop concentration on the wall.
Sponsored by Roll20.
Oh, I thought Darwin was actually gonna try and cut the wall.
Darwin is so low on silver, he's selling advertising space on his spells.
So the mysterious person ducks under the edge of the fencing and takes off down the down more side passages and things and is gone.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, so that will do it for you for now. Now we've got Street Samurai. They're dead, so get rid of that.
Foolish samurai warrior.
Yep. Enforcers are apparently terrified. Let me see. I think this guy's got a way to break away. Let me check here. Scrolling past these. Oh, there it is. And nope, my brain was not that. Okay, fine. Takes his action and retreats so that he cannot be opportunity attacked. So they have to move away, right?
Yeah.
I am going to take the very nifty thing of, but it doesn't say how far they have to go.
No, they just have to move. They kind of, when they flee, they have to move as far away as they can. Of course, what exactly that means depends upon the surroundings and everything.
Because what I want them to do is to just take cover behind the wall section, because realistically what they're doing is being like, Sniper!
I mean, you can rule that. You can rule that way if you
he's
like.
got a good shot.
I'm just operating off the way that the rules are as they are written. You have the final
Indeed.
say.
These guys will get back in, not on top, they'll get in there. Vehiculars. Okie dokie. Or sorry, that's what they will do. You guys can shoot at them where they were. I was getting ahead of myself again. I have enough entities that I'm thinking of level 7 Omega Protocol now where it's like, okay, it's your turn, move all your shit. Let's see, those guys... Alright, you know what? Let's actually see if these guys can make it. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5... So unless they've got a speed of 35, which I don't believe they do. Oh, no, they do. Damn. So yeah, these guys aren't going to take cover there. They're going to go as far back to cover as they can, which is here and here. So they're... this guy basically swings into the truck, and the other guy does as well. Then I can put these guys back. Okay. Wow. Connor has completely ruined their assault.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Alright, so they've fled, and now it is Silverton, Darwin, and then it will be the leader. I don't know. I put him on the GM layer, so you may not be able to see him anymore. The leader should be after Darwin.
Yeah, he's hidden now.
Okay,
So question, which vehicle did the leader go into?
this one.
That one.
I put him on the GM layer. I can actually pop him back out and just set him on the roof, if that's okay with you guys.
Is he like in the back, in one of the seats in the front?
He's in the passenger seat, because they seem to be fairly durable vehicles.
Okay.
They're a similar model to some that Nestor uses for security.
I want to just head outside a little bit, about there probably. Does this vehicle have any identifying marks, like a license plate, a particular stamp or old signage on the side of it, something like that?
Go ahead, give me a perception check.
Okay. Not a great bonus.
All right. So there's there is some faded paintwork on the vehicles, but it's so dirty and grimy. It's just we're like, well, this was clearly something else before they used it. As far as identifying like plates or anything like that, most of those have been removed. It's probably pretty hard in Kiravi to maintain that level of verification. However, there are some marks on them under the it's on the tires. They have what looks like snake heads painted on all the hubcaps. It's faint, but it's sort of like when as you run up, they disappear, but you had seen them on your way up to it. So it's one of those paint colors that will blend unless the light shines on it just right.
Okay. Alright. And then what I want to do is use the rest of my movement to get right up next to that mage, and I want to grapple it.
Okay.
So my might roll for that is there. Another 12.
Right. I'm not prepared for this. Let me check his stuff. So it's gonna be... We're gonna use acrobatics for his avoidance. Okay. Oh, we gotta be Mage Boy, wherever he is on here. Oh, I'm just gonna switch back to GM for this one.
Okay.
So manages to dodge that.
Alright. Rules question, Brett. Is a grapple attempt like D&D where it takes, it replaces an attack but not the full action?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Try it
I see no reason to change that. It makes sense to me.
Alright. So with my second quote-unquote attack, I will once again attempt to grapple.
And you succeed.
Hey! Alright. Let me just quickly see if I care to use those stun points on anything.
I'm sorry, Darvin. You like running back and forth.
Looks like nah. Alright, so. Since I have no more movement, I'll just end my turn there, holding on to that mage. So that he cannot run away.
Alright. Darvin, it's your turn. Horace scared the shit out of all of them, so you're probably not going to see any of them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm too good.
but I mean, I haven't been told to alter course yet, have I? So like,
Interestingly, actually, I'm going to remind you real quick. I
Okay.
forgot this. I just noticed this on my plot sheet. So, right here,
Mhm.
you get. Let me grab the items I want here.
No more.
So these guys are coming in. They're further down the street than that, and they haven't noticed you. But you can see, like, it's not so much that they're about to attack. It's more further down the street because I'm out of map space. Because make the map big, and then hope you don't reach the edges. There's you can see at least one transport vehicle, truck, van thing further down the street, and there's still people coming out of it, and it looks like they're gearing up to come down that. So it might be just a good thing to know. It's a good thing to notice. You can proceed with your movement however you see fit now, or whatever you choose to do.
Okay, so I see those guys. They have like weapons drawn. They look ready to go, but they don't notice me. Is that what you?
Yeah, they haven't noticed you, and they're sort of like they're forming ranks to head down there.
I'm gonna try this one. I think Brett might have mentioned it last time, and it looks very interesting. I'm gonna cast Shatter Shield.
Yes!
I noticed that one, and it has like the coolest name.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly.
So-
Shatter Shield.
I'm just trying to figure out like how this will work exactly. So I gain a shield of +5 armor. So my armor rating is now +5, right?
Hmm.
And how do we calculate how much damage is absorbed by the shield?
Technically, rules is written very carefully.
Yep. Specifically, and this may be a little bit kind of based off thing. This is at a time before or like when mages didn't have armor, so it was a lot easier to track. But the way it will work is this: the first 5 points of damage that come into you from an attack will go towards the Shatter Shield.
Okay. anything past that is not absorbed by it, but is instead absorbed by my own armor,
Mhm.
and
And then your health after that.
my health after that. Okay, I will keep track of that if and when I am attacked.
Is that one of those spells that is going to have to get nerfed now that the armor's got nerfed?
I don't think so.
No, because he's an adamantist mage. This is protection magic is a shtick. And then this is like limited in time and resources.
Also, it's like, sure it's not like 5 armor is nothing to sneeze at, but it's a 3rd level spell slot, so it's kind of that's the trade-off.
True.
The only
Um,
thing I can think of is the only thing that makes it a little bit extra scary is maybe. My only thought on it is maybe it's you have all that damage built up, but you divide it among the entities affected by the cone. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's interesting. How many times can you use it, actually, Jacob?
Well, I only have 3 3rd level spell slots, and I've already used one for Fireball when we started this whole thing in the bar.
Okay,
So I can use it one more time before taking a rest.
interesting. I was just thinking about it with how long it lasts and different things.
Mhm.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah, also it lasts for 1 minute and it is concentration. So I would have had to drop the arcane barrier to do this anyway.
Indeed. Also,
Um,
I actually have a status icon that's appropriate, so there you go.
Oh, very nice. Now, I'm just not sure if I want to like step out into the open or hide here and watch what these guys do. But I think I'm more inclined to keep the element of surprise for now. So I will attempt to hide around this corner, kind of wait, see if they are going to move forward.
Okay. And again, they're further down the street than that. I just don't have space to
Right.
indicate it.
Here's
Actually,
my stealth. Oh, go ahead.
oh yeah, let me check your stealth doodad here. Okay, cool. Yes, especially because you've got that corner to hide with and stuff. You are the big stealth. I want to put that the other way though. All right. Let me mark it like this based on how they're forming up. You've got 4 turns basically before these guys will make it
Ooh, okay.
to here probably because they're kind of still waving each other in. Does that? You can remove your spellcast if you change your mind. I just was trying to think of a good way to try and demonstrate about where they're at.
I mean, a minute is 10 rounds, so I think I'll just keep it cast here, because then if next turn I do decide to step out and they like start shooting at me, I already have it up.
Yeah. So only other thing on that note, let's track, since I like to use the green bubble for defense and the blue bubble for armor, but
Right.
since you currently don't have those set up that way, I don't care which, just leave both those slots empty for that stuff for now. But in one of them put, let's see, put 10, and then we'll subtract 1 from it each time it's your turn. Does that work?
Okay.
Because that'll help
Yeah.
us keep track. That's why I'm using the colors. But I don't have 10, I've only got like 7. Alright, cool. Is there anything else you want to do, or are we good?
I think I'm gonna radio Silverton and say, I actually have company up here, so I won't be joining you. Hope
Alright.
you can handle it on your own.
So the leader actually had +2 will. Or, sorry, I didn't give anybody time to say anything.
I would just quickly reply, well, that works out perfectly. Turns out our new friend is quite effective at dissuading new opponents.
Good to hear.
Right, so the leader guy has decided it isn't...
I have to go. But
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, so basically the leader guy's like, screw this, I'm out, so he's gonna drive away. This might actually be where we leave it. Oh, but she's gone. Okay. Because it's now the leader's turn, and he's basically like, "Get your asses in here. We're done." And he's the boss, so what he says goes.
Now the question is, does he run over the mage and/or me?
He does attempt to do so because screw it, we're out of here. So, you need to make a tech saving throw, and so does the mage.
Okay. Can I potentially finagle it in such a way that we both end up on the same side of the truck? Like, I want to make sure, ideally, that we're both safe, but particularly that I maintain my grip on the mage.
Ah,
Do we need to do anything special
indeed.
for that?
Let's do the dex throw to see if we get out, to see if each of us gets out of the way. Then we'll do the contested grapple, to see if they break loose and jump the opposite way or not.
Okay, sounds good. Oh my
Let's
gosh,
see.
I did well on a dex save.
Right, here's their dex save. Yeah, nice. Okay.
And then my re-attempt for grapple is also pretty decent.
So are they dex saving throwing this, or is this strength? Does it matter?
For grapple, I think they choose either might or acrobatics.
Yeah, I know that was the initial thing, so I guess trying to break out, it's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
here it comes.
Yes.
Congratulations, you sort of pull them with you. They land there, you land here. Prone, but not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the trucks decide. If I can group these, it would be nice. The trucks get the heck out. We're gonna group this one. There. Now I can drive them away. Perfect. Neat. Nicely done. Okay, everybody's either dead or... Well, sort of. We have those guys approaching from over here. Yeah, so... Let's get rid of some of these things. Don't matter. So I guess technically it would be Horace's turn if we're proceeding.
I thought we were calling it quits for the evening.
Yeah, I'm good either way, whatever you guys want to do.
I feel like we're now at a stage where it'll be useful to have Charlie back with us so we can coordinate on stuff. So I feel
Indeed.
that would be a good place to pause.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, we'll pick up here next time, everybody, as we finish off the bar fight. See you all next time, and stay safe out there.